This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today, we are talking about how Black women dictate to Black men the kind of women that they should be wanting. So I got a really short video for you guys, and a Black lady lists all of the things that make her and other women like her, I guess, qualified to be wives. And she's dictating, listen, y'all should accept this from us. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to let you guys see it. It's a real short clip. And then we're going to come back and talk about it.
We check off everything. We are smart. Okay. We provide. We're good wives. We're good mothers. We come from good homes. We can cook. We can clean. We're good in bed. Like everything that we have to mount up to, we do. And I feel like as women, unfortunately, we have to settle.
Your first things that you listed had nothing to do with what men want in women.
So what do y'all want?
And that's the problem. We want a feminine woman that wants to be fit, that wants to take care of the small inconveniences in our lives and reciprocate the value. So if I go, the inconveniences in my life. So for me, for example, I go to work every single day. My wife gets to sleep in if she wants to. I have a trip to Florida in 10 days. She's already booked the trip. She's already booked the flight. She's already taken care of Airbnbs. I don't have to worry about that. When I sit down, she brings me a warm plate. That's something that I look for in a woman. I don't care about if a woman can provide. We check.
Okay. So I'm going to come back to you guys. Here, let me stop sharing. Okay. So we heard that. We all heard that. She's wrong. She's got it all wrong. She's got it so wrong. She's got it so wrong. If anybody ever shows this young lady this video, she got it so, young lady, you have it so wrong. First of all, you can't dictate to men what they should look for in women. Men have guardianship over relationships. I know that makes your butt hurt. I know women's empowerment told you men aren't supposed to have power over anything. But it still remains that men are the guardians of relationships, and therefore they get to draw out what the criteria is to get into various different types of relationships with them. If you want to be a thought and bop, you don't have a whole lot of requirements other than to have a big booty and a willingness to get in the bed. That's all you got to do. But if you want to be a wife, there's more to the package that they're looking for, okay? And when he started naming off those things, you can hear the disdain in her voice when he said, take care of the little inconveniences in my life. She was like, the minor inconveniences. Like she don't want to be relegated to a minor role, which in reality, these things that he named are not minor. Because if you get a man the way that y'all say y'all want a man that's got business to tend to, that's got things to do, okay, he not sitting around a Madden King waiting on you to bring him a bowl of hot ramen noodles, okay? When he not, you know what I'm saying, sitting there wiping Cheeto dust across his white tee. You understand that? When you got a man that's actually about something, he doesn't actually have time to do all of this little stuff. He essentially needs a personal assistant. That's what he essentially needs. Y'all want these men making $250,000 a year, $1 million a year, and all this kind of stuff. He need a personal assistant. And he don't need to have to pay one outside of you. He need you to do it. So yes, if he's a man that for his business has to travel, you know what I'm saying, quite often and things of that nature, he needs you. It would behoove you to book the flights, book the rooms, get the rental car if you need to, you know what I'm saying? Get all the information that you need in order to make those types of choices. And then let him know, give that to him in his email, give that to him in his text messages or whatever, and say, baby, I already got you, you know what I'm saying, in 2 weeks. This is the hotel, you know what I'm saying? It's nearby the place where you going, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for a woman that's going to pick up the pieces to manage the little things, the so-called little things that he's not really don't have time to manage. So let's go through this little list that she got. She said smart. I want to know where you're smart at. Y'all got smart mouths. You a smart aleck. Okay. But I don't know about and when I say smart, I mean the intelligence level. I'm not talking about your educational level, whether or not you went to a college, this, that, and the third. I'm not talking about that, because a lot of you are formally educated, but you don't got no sense. Okay. You don't actually have sense. So you're not that intelligent, because if the group of you were as intelligent as you thought you were, it wouldn't be such a huge concept for you guys to grasp that if I want a particular outcome, I have to do the things to get that outcome. I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do and still get that outcome. So if I want to be the best track star in the world, I can't sit around eating bonbons and ho-hos all day and don't run, and then want somebody to recognize my speed on the track. Like, you don't got no speed on the track because you don't do none of the stuff that runners do. Okay? So you're not going to get that outcome. You're not going to, and we know this from every other thing we do in life. You know you're not going to get a promotion at work if you don't do your work. If you're always late to the job, if you don't show your value to the company, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, do your job at an exemplary level and show that you have these different capabilities that would work well in a higher paid position. If you don't do all of that, you know you're getting passed over for the promotion. You know you're getting passed over. So this is the same situation. If I want a husband, if I want to be a wife, then it would make sense for me to do the things that men are saying that they require of women to do in order to fill that position. Like any other job. Number 2, she said provide. And this is where it all falls apart. When it all falls down. This is where it all falls down, because this is where you show your masculinity. This is when you swing, you know what I'm saying, your little Tonka, you know, cojones that you got, your little plastic cojones that you got. This is where you swing them. Men do not want women to provide for them. And women do not want to provide for men. So why do y'all bring y'all money up? You're not going to share it. You don't want to put it in the same pot. You don't want to have your money to contribute to anything that's going on in a relationship to further it or whatever. So why do you even bring it up? Why do you bring up that? Why do you bring that up? That doesn't make any sense. When men say they don't care about your finances, that is what they mean. They mean they know you're not going to switch places with them in the provision department. So they don't care about it. This is why a wealthy man will marry a woman that's not wealthy, but a wealthy woman don't want to marry a man that's not wealthy, because no matter what kind of, how many zeros she got behind them commas in her bank account, she don't plan to use not a single dollar of it to take care of no man. Okay? Y'all worse than small. You just sit on the hoard and count the coins all day, but you don't have no intention of spending it, or you don't want nobody to have none. So don't nobody care about your provision. And anyway, that's never what a feminine woman would say. A feminine woman would never talk about provision, because we understand that provision is the essence of male nature. It is part of the 4 P's. It is number 1 on the 4P list. And a feminine woman would never come out of her mouth talking about how she gonna provide for a man, because we have no intention of doing that. Okay? I have zero intention of providing for a man. Do you understand that? And I also have zero intention of getting with a man that expect me to provide for him. Now, I will put money in the pot. I certainly will. I do that all day. Money in the pot, there we go. I'm making money, here we go. He can have access to all of that. But it's not used to provide for him. I'm not putting food in his mouth and clothes on his back. You understand that? Because that is masculine. Number 3, good wives. No, if you were good wives, more of you would be married than you are. But you're not even good girlfriends. Most of y'all are insecure. You are manipulative. You are disrespectful. You're sneaky, and you're uncooperative. So you don't even make good girlfriends, okay? Let alone wife. You don't show no man no wife potential, which is why you get left in the girlfriend category for 10 years. Good mothers. I doubt it. Some Black women are good mothers. But when we talk about the group, not really. Because too many of you, first of all, create the single mother thing. And that's off the jump, not being a good mom. Being a good mother starts before you even get pregnant, believe it or not. Because if you're intending on being a good mother, what you do is you set up, or you attempt the best of your ability to set up a successful situation to bring a child into, meaning that you marry before you carry. You at least attempt to have a stable situation with a man that agrees to be a father to any child that you bear of his in the first place, by having a relationship to begin with. But most of y'all are having kids, you know what I'm saying, with your sneaky link. Like, stop, knock it off. And then you further demonstrate that you're not good mothers by disrupting the father-child relationship. You know what I'm saying? You set the kid against the child. You stop the father from coming to see the child. You do anything that you can to disrupt that relationship. Coming from good homes. Some of you do come from good homes, and that's the shame of it all. Because not every Black woman is coming from this broken ghetto one-parent home where it was a bunch of abuse and all that kind of thing. Everybody don't come from that. It's a lot of y'all that do come from 2-parent homes, and you still got a disdain for men, and had a whole daddy that was taking care of everything in the house, and you still got a gynocentric mindset. You still think you better than men. You still think Black men ain't sugar honey iced tea. You still think that, and that's the shame of it all. You're still a hyena, even though you had every excuse not to be. Let's talk about cooking and cleaning. Maybe you know how to cook and clean, but so many of y'all associate cooking and cleaning with slavery and abuse and you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff. A man being controlling if that's what he wants you to do. So y'all think that's slavery. So even if you do know how to cook and clean, you refuse to do it if your man asks you to do it. Because you think that's some type of abuse if he asks you, you know what I'm saying, or he expects that that's something that you do on a regular basis and to his standard. So we ain't gonna talk about cooking and cleaning, because a lot of y'all want men to do all this work. He a millionaire, he do all this work, then you want him to come home, rub your feet, mop the floor, and cook you a gourmet dinner. Girl, if you don't knock it off. And good in bed. Maybe you are, but he wouldn't know that because you like to withhold sex all the time and use it as a punishment reward system. So he done forgot if you was good in bed because you ain't gave him none in 3 months. So he forgot. Okay? So it don't matter if you got that good, you ain't giving it to him. So what difference does it make? It don't make no difference to him if he ain't getting none. And this is coming from a young lady with weave in her hair and overweight. She bring everything to the table but what a man asked for. We ask that men have asked that you not be overweight. And there are some men that don't mind the weave, but some of them do. Or they would at least like to be able to see your regular hair at some point. Your natural hair at some point. And during the relationship, they want to be able to look over and this was your natural hair. You ain't always got a wig on. You don't always got that lace front on. At some point, he can look and say, yeah, that's my baby hair. And he can grab it and play with it and put his hands in it and stuff like that. You don't want to do that. So you would do all this other stuff. You would get your nails done, you get your hair done, you get your makeup done, but you won't hit no treadmill. and men just supposed to say, and you're settling, right? Men do more settling than women ever do. But the one thing that we don't want to settle for is the mistreatment of Black Lives Matter organization against the Black community. We don't want to settle for that. So before we sign off, I want to draw everybody's attention to the petition that we have. The link is in the description box. So please sign, please share, and please contribute to it if you can. And after you do that, come on and sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.